Morning, Phil. At this point in the season, you've seen a lot of teams twice, but this is your first meeting with Rutgers. What have you seen from them? What are you guys focused on for preparation for tomorrow?
Phil, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. Joanna's had a saying with our teams about junkyard dogs and in a very complimentary way. And we have seen a lot of those types of teams. But this is top of the list. They're tough as tough could be. 7 steals a game. They play at times undersized. They are built defensively first. And they build off of the energy and the noise that is provided with their home court. I think, you're always looking at like ebbs and flows in a season, and they had lost 3 straight and really gutted out a win at Wisconsin. So my thing has always been, in these kind of situations, you better lace your sneakers tight. And if you are in any way adverse to being hit on the chin, then don't make this trip, because that's what this will be. This will be very physical. They play older. Their whole, without like a Ron Harper and without a Geo Baker, their whole is greater than their parts, and that is a compliment to their entire team and their entire coaching staff.
Hey, Phil, what is Jett's status?
He's upright. His movement has improved each day. So we were off. I'm trying to put my days together. We were off Sunday. Monday, a lot of treatment, engagement, obviously, in scouting report via film, and then the same with yesterday. So I will say this: his body language is much brighter than other times when he's been injured, but still nothing where you would say, oh yeah, well he's full go or anything like that. Not ready for that yet.
Will he make the trip, do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't me.
But you're not expecting him to practice.
Hopefully with uniform. That's what I'll say. He's making the trip with uniform, not with sweatsuit.
Gotcha. Is it his ankle, or on TV they weren't sure if his ankle, knee, or just?
It was not his knee.
Okay.
And my pause is not being medical. Despite my 4 PhDs, I am not medical. So if you said to me, is it his foot or his ankle? I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Fine.
But
Thanks.
It's not his knee.
Kind of the same question with Terrance. I know he's missed the past couple of games with a knee contusion. I guess just what's his status?
He was able to go lightly on Monday, and he was a full participant yesterday. And I guess some of it'll be how he reacts today. We moved practice up a little bit because of this impending weather. So I've not seen this status report. We usually get a status report before we draft up our practice plan. We get a status report, but I haven't seen our report yet for this morning.
And then going back to Rutgers defensively, you mentioned how they're built on defense. I guess they're in the top 10 in the nation, I think, in points allowed and field goal percentage. I guess just what makes them such a strong unit defensively?
Great question. Their length. You know, everybody talks about length and it's a coaching cliche and all that other stuff, but they sit down, they spread out on the ball. They have three exceptional perimeter. Cam Spencer, we say, well, that dude doesn't look, but he gets over 2 steals a game. McConnell, over their last 5 games, has averaged 4 steals a game. And Mulcahy has great hands. And then they funnel everything into Amari, who is about, I think if I remember correctly, it's my scout, 3 blocks a game. But they play with just great length. And they also are very, what's the right word? They're very astute in terms of their defensive game plan. So with a shooter, they close aggressively. With a guy numerically who is a non-shooter, they stop short. But it starts with their length on the ball. They get a lot of deflections and obviously a lot of steals, 7 steals a game and force 13 turnovers.
Anybody have anything else?
Yeah, I guess just going to the other side of the ball, what do you see from Rutgers offensively that could pose some challenges?
First of all, they have an unbelievable ball mover, assist guy in Mulcahy, and he's a big guard. McConnell is a big guard. They have shot makers in Cam Spencer. But what I found the most interesting in watching them is they are really making a point of emphasis of making Amari get touches. He's their leading scorer. So I think their biggest deal is their size at guard. They make great use of the middle ball screen, which a lot of teams do, but they have an ability to get down. They put a lot of pressure on you because they are downhill players. Even the freshman coming into the game, Simpson, is a downhill player. Mulcahy's a downhill player. McConnell's a downhill player. Spencer plays off of them. The kid Hyatt, who started against us, I think I'm right about this. He started in the LSU NCAA game. He now plays for them. And even though 52 or 53% of his shots are threes against Wisconsin, he just took the ball on the dribble downhill. So they have great role delineation on their team at the offensive end of the floor.
Phil, I'm wondering kind of more big picture, like the players seem to be very aware of, like your NCAA tournament standing. I guess, what is your sense of whether
1-0,
okay.
1-0, 1-0. And that starts today. That's not tomorrow night. And I always have to give credit where credit is due. Saturday, after a film session, Juwan turned to Hunter and said, "Hunter, you have anything to say?" And Hunter said, "1-0." And I remember remarking to him after the game, "Hunt, stay with that." And I think if all of us could stay with that, I get it. I understand you can't avoid it, but unless we go 1-0 today, then anything worrying about something that is what's in our control is to go 1-0 today and then go 1-0 tomorrow. But if we spend time, it's going to end up being, in my opinion, wasted time, because it is what it is. I mean, the numbers are the numbers, and we have work to do, but it starts with being 1-0 today.
I guess in that sense, you guys still feel like you control your own destiny, though, right?
We control the ability to go 1-0 today. I mean, I'm not trying to be a smart ass. That's what it is. Like, if anybody in our program, student managers, support staff, coaches, players, if anybody in our program is sitting there saying, well, if pick a school. I don't even know if they're in the mix, but wow, Nevada lost. And that, does that move up? Like, seriously, we're not in that moment. We're not there until we go 1-0 for the next, 10 days, 12 days. That's what we have to do.
Looking at this week of practice, do you think you guys have been going 1-0 every day so far?
I feel comfortable saying that, yes. And again, I'm not a Pollyanna, like Saturday night's result and the experience of Saturday night. Like, we can't just say that was an experience. That was more than a game. That was a true experience. If it's the piano, the elephant, whatever, there's been sunshine Monday and Tuesday. So let's continue that today. And always echoing those words to Hunter, to T. Will, to Jace as the captains. You know what? 1-0. But yes, this week has been uplifting.
How have you seen those captains kind of grow as leaders over the course of the year to where they are now?
Well, Jace has always been the most vocal. Terrance Williams, I think that by example, like, the players know that he has struggled and he's not been, I know it's a double negative, he's not been dignified in the way he approaches his own self-criticism. He is, so that has grown. And when he was out this past stretch, I've noticed that he's gotten a little bit more vocal, more with individual guys, talking to a Will Cheddar or talking to a Terrace Reed. And Hunter has been good vocally all year. It's my thing with Hunt is it's okay to be demanding. You don't just have to be, the big dude in the room. And he's done a really good job. It sounds crazy, but he's done it quietly, in that he has stayed vocal with his teammates, and not just silly vocal. He's been real with them.
Anybody have anything else? Before I let you go, Coach, the experience of last Saturday, can you sort of touch upon that and what it meant to the program and this communities, both in East Lansing and in Ann Arbor?
I think that there are when you enter into this arena, as many of you are in the arena, there are games and there are results and there are wins and there are losses, and there's nets and championships and all of that. But at the core, what the game should give you is memories for a lifetime. And that was a memory for a lifetime. The extraordinary support, first of all, the extraordinary courage for Michigan State to take the court. I thought the extraordinary class that the fans acknowledging that courage was tremendous. And anybody that didn't have chills with the lighting, with the music, with the emotional response from their team and their faces, the signage, that was humanity. And in today's world, let's forget about rivalries and let's forget about colors, you know, green and maize. And it's for that 2.5 or 3 hours, evil was not present. And that's really, as an old dude now, I say that the young people are growing up and they have to deal with evil. And if we can, through a game, just lift that, we didn't change it, but we lifted it. Kudos to everybody involved. And I'm just selfishly, I came here for a championship experience. But I got an experience the other night, and everybody in that arena and everybody on television got an experience that is a memory for a lifetime. Extraordinarily well done.
Well said, Coach. I think that'll do it for